So what you're saying is Jesus actually did not teach the Bible in its current form, yes or no?
No, Jesus did not teach the Bible in its current form.
No, Jesus did not teach the Bible in its current form.
So then why is the Bible being taught in Christianity? We have been really unlocking secrets of Jesus and learning about Jesus and really what he actually taught versus what it says in the Bible, because we want to get down to the bottom of this information and really figure out what was it that Jesus was teaching, because in the Quran, there's different perspectives. In the Quran, Jesus is known to have been given the Bible by Allah. Given the gospel, not the Bible, given the gospel by Allah. And, the Bible's not anywhere in that. And Jesus, did he even really have any involvement in the Bible? What are they teaching? Hello, what I want to know is, did Jesus actually teach the current Bible?
The teachings of Jesus, as recorded in the New Testament, form a significant part of the Bible. However, the Bible as a whole, including the Old Testament and the letters of the apostles in the New Testament, was compiled after Jesus' time on earth. The New Testament was written by various authors, including the apostles and early Christians, who aimed to preserve and spread Jesus' teachings. So, while Jesus' teachings are in the Bible, he didn't directly teach the Bible in its current form.
So what you're saying is Jesus actually did not teach the Bible in its current form, yes or no?
No.
No.
No, Jesus did not teach the Bible in its current form.
So then why is the Bible being taught in Christianity?
The Bible is central to Christianity because it is considered the authoritative scripture that contains the teachings, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, which are foundational to the faith. The Bible also includes the Old Testament, which provides historical context and prophecies that Christians believe are fulfilled in Jesus. The New Testament, which is part of the Bible, was written by early Christians to document Jesus' teachings and the growth of the early church. Over time, these texts were collected, canonized, and became central to Christian teaching and worship.
So how many direct quotes by Jesus are actually in the Bible? Direct quotes from Jesus?
In the New Testament, the direct quotes of Jesus are primarily found in the four Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The exact number of direct quotes can vary depending on the translation and interpretation, but there are roughly 2,000 direct quotes or sayings attributed to Jesus. These range from brief statements to longer discourses, such as the Sermon on the Mount. Keep in mind that these quotes are part of the narrative of each gospel, which was written by the gospel authors.
So did any of the prophets that the Christians believe in Christianity, did any of them have a part in writing the New Testament, yes or no?
No, the prophets from the Hebrew Bible or Old Testament did not have a part in writing the New Testament.
So there are no prophets or Jesus had any part in the New Testament, that's correct?
Jesus' teachings and actions are central to the New Testament, and his words are directly quoted in the Gospels. However, the New Testament itself was written by his followers and early Christians, not directly by Jesus or the prophets.
So who actually wrote most of the Bible then?
The Bible was written by many different people over centuries. In the Old Testament, prophets, priests, kings, and scribes recorded history, laws, poetry, and prophecies. For instance, Moses is traditionally credited with writing the first 5 books, and other prophets like Isaiah and Jeremiah wrote their own books.
Okay, so it says the New Testament focused on Jesus and early Christianity was written by his followers and early Christians. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, were written by those close to Jesus or by those who interviewed eyewitnesses. The Paul wrote many letters to early Christian communities, which make up a large part of the New Testament. Other letters were written by apostles like Peter, James, and John. Each writer contributed their own perspective, but Christians believe they were inspired by God to write the scriptures. I mean, that's just so interesting whenever you really think about it and you get down to it. I mean, it's literally admitting that no prophets or Jesus wrote the Bible. So I mean, it says it's written by different people over hundreds of years. That means they just keep adding and adding and adding to it.
Yeah, and it's like the most direct quotes from Jesus in a book is the Gospel of Thomas. And for whatever reason, that's not in the Bible, but they'll just keep adding all these news stories.
Yeah,
not a human.
if it's literally not a prophet, God, an angel, Jesus, nothing like that, then who are you to edit the book and the text? That should be the most sacred of texts there is. That's why, whenever we read and learn about Islam, one of the main things is you're looking at the text as it is, as it was written thousands of years ago. You're looking at it and it's the same original text. It hasn't been altered. It hasn't been changed. It hasn't been corrupted by men who are not prophets.